All right, we're back.
You're echoey.
Hold on.
Echo, 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 echo.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
10.
Am I echoey?
Yes.
I shouldn't be because the soundboard is off.
You sound like you're in a large
Yeah.
room.
Done
Yes.
fucked up, Aaron.
Maybe it's using the onboard?
Rip.
Yep, it switched to the onboard.
How about now?
Much
Better.
better.
Cool.
Now you can
All
probably turn
right.
the soundboard on and it'll sound good.
Well, I don't have my headset mic running through the soundboard. I have an
Oh.
actual condenser.
Yeah.
Which is why I need the arm for it.
Gotcha.
But anyway. Yeah, so we're back. Togar and Maya are trying to make peace with Naked Elf Lady. And so too, as it turns out, is Lilith. I think she sort of puts her hands up, not super enthusiastically or anything, but just sort of steps over by Togar and kind of gives the elf this look like, yep, I'm not fucking with you. So that then, I guess, brings us to Norganoth, who I think he will just kind of go with the rest of the party. I mean, not having his assigned paladin with him anymore. He's just going to do what's seemingly in the best interest of the friends of his friends. And yeah, I think he doesn't put the greatsword away, but he brings it down to his side and again doesn't really make any aggressive movements. So Chance, out in the woods, getting pummeled and necrotically damaged and all kinds of stuff. What are you doing?
I want to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
And then I want to move out of that spot.
All right.
Can I hold my action until after the elf woman goes?
Goes like makes a move.
Yeah.
Sure.
If she doesn't do anything, I'll just burn it. That's fine.
Okay. Cool. If any of the other PCs want to do anything, just let me know. But otherwise, I'll just keep kind of alternating between the elf and the cat for the time being.
I'm actually going to sneak off into the woods back here and attempt to just kind of keep a perimeter.
I tune back into Bungdo and say, can't we just talk about this to both of them?
Okay.
I yell it out to both of them. Oh no! Where'd it go?
Oh,
Did you
you
get
got
teleported?
deleted. You got deleted.
Yes!
Yes! that many. It's incredible.
I love it. It's beautiful.
All right. So yeah, you say that you try the make love not war approach, and yeah, so that's the thing.
I
After
yell it
that,
out to make love, not war.
gotcha. After that, the elven lady is going to. Let's see if there's anything she can do from afar.
I like the cusp of my own range.
All right. I think you see a quick flash of light as she mutters something and makes a little gesture, flicking some sort of liquid up into the air. And yeah, she looks a bit hardier than she was just a moment before. And let's see. I think she's going to start trying to basically push trees out of the way with the hand,
Oh,
which has quite a strength score.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah, so I think right now she clears the space where the hand is currently sitting. And she sees for sure that there's nobody there. But having not found you, she doesn't do anything directly targeted toward you. Yeah. So then that's going to do it for that.
am I able to use that held action, or did it not trigger?
I mean, she did have her turn, so if you would like to use a held action, you can do that.
I guess if I was hidden.
Mhm.
Poop roll.
Okay. Yeah, and again, it doesn't seem like it's doing as much damage as you'd expect it to do.
Hmm.
But yeah, the second arrow does still hit her, but kind of a glancing blow. It seems almost like the arrow, like it partially seemed to bounce off of her flesh. So yeah. Anything from Maya before we go back to Chance?
Nope. Just trying to look non-aggressive.
All right.
Not with
So
the cat.
yeah. So Chance's turn then.
I want to use bonus action to rehide.
Okay.
I want to have walked over to Maya and grabbed a starfruit out of her the bag of holding and be eating it while watching this.
Okay.
I'll throw around it.
Does that mean Lily does that too?
Maybe.
I want to use my Oh wait. Can I? Was there a turn where I stood completely still?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I think you moved and shot, and then you moved and held, and now
Alright.
you're about to move again.
I want to move to where my thing is.
Okay.
Am I
There's
still able
one
to
more
see
to the
her?
right, I think.
Well, I mean, if he wants to move less, he can move less. But. And what were you saying, Brown?
Am I still able to see her from here, or is she full cover now?
You could probably still see her.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold action again.
Okay. Let's see. So, nothing from Togar or Bungdo?
No, I'm just chilling. I share my starfruit with Lilith.
Do I see this?
Probably. I'm not hiding it. Alright. I'll reach behind Amaya and grab another one out.
I've already grabbed several, starfruit out, and I'm just holding them because I know that's what's gonna happen.
Alright,
I throw
well, I got-
Starfruit up to the elf.
I think she's a little busy.
You can never be too busy for Starfruit.
I will mage hand one up and just drop it. Like, gently.
Just kind of set it,
Yeah.
on one of the windowsills.
Basically, yeah, on one of her things. And then that's
Jesus Christ.
When you're done with that, here's the starfruit.
it. Yeah. It's a peace offering.
Okay. Cool. So then, if Chance is holding, that brings us, back to. Bungdo died. That brings us back to
Play dead.
the elf, who I think you see her kind of gesture just to move the mage hand or the Bigby's hand around, clearing some more trees and such. Probably like there. And that's it. Anything Chance would like to do? Having held an action.
I guess I'll just say, oh, can I talk for the action? Or since it was
I'd allow
held-
it.
Okay. I just say, if you help me, I'm sure Blackwell will thank you kindly for your services, and I'll help you get out of here. Back to the material plane.
Okay, as you're saying that, some stuff happens. Let's see what stuff. Okay. So I think the last part of that is interrupted as I need Chance to make a dex save.
I'd like to use my evasion and untimely dodge on this.
Use all of the things.
If you
Okay.
save, you take no damage. So,
Okay.
Okay, so let's see how this shakes out. All right. So you are able to kind of hop up and cling to the side of a tree just long enough for a 5-foot deep mass of what looks like webbing to erupt up out of the ground and entangle just about everything in a pretty sizable area. The hand disappears, but there is a bunch of webbing about.
She would hold her action too.
She did.
yeah.
Now it is a test of patience between two titans. Da, 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 da.
I think should do this. So it's like, wait, not there.
There's that much web.
Totally. there. Yeah, that's a thing. And so then it is now her turn. Or wait, no, you held, and then yeah, okay, so it's your turn.
Alright,
Damn, action economy and stuff.
have I ever seen this kind of web before?
Make a history check.
Turn off the bandage.
Nope.
Alright. Let's see.
And as an aside, you're now starting your turn here, so I need you to make another dex save.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, you just barely managed to avoid being wrapped up in the webbing.
Alright. I want to move back over to there.
Okay.
Oh wait, I know out of character it halves my speed, but since I passed it, does it still do it?
Let's see. Yeah, it's still difficult terrain.
Okay, so let's see. That's 1, 2. Is that 2 or 3 squares I'd be moving through? At difficult terrain?
We'll say 2.
And then is this obscured and lightly obscured to where I can hide?
Yeah, it's lightly obscured. I mean, a lot of the stuff has been cleared out there, but there's enough, just barely.
Okay.
Okay. Duly
Hold my
noted.
action again.
All right. So then on her turn, she shouts down to the group and says, "Be my eyes, and this will end much more quickly. Then we can discuss learning and other opportunities for mutual benefit." And let's see if there's anything else she wants to do. I think she is going to she's just going to duck behind the battlements. You can't see her.
Alright. I can't see you, you can't see me.
Sure. Anything Chance would like to do? Or, well, I guess I should go down the order in case somebody wants to take her up on her offer. So, Maya. Is Maya doing anything?
I won't hold my turn until until Togar decides what he's doing and takes such appropriate actions.
I would like
guess
to look for herbs.
Okay. Lilith does the same thing that Maya did. Norganoth just chilling with the group. Chance.
Guess I'm going to sneakily move. How do I know? I want to move around the webbing.
Okay.
Do 5. And the last 5, really. That'll be it. No held action.
Okay. Hmm. All right. Togar, what are you doing?
In Thieves' Cant, I will say, do you know Octa as well?
I don't know DM, do I know Hawk? Have I at least heard of her?
Um, I don't think you would.
I guess I'll respond no.
Okay, before you respond, I do want to let you know that that could potentially give away your position. Because you do still have to be vocal in doing so.
Alright, I'll wait until my turn to respond then.
Okay. Just wanted to be fair about that. Anything else from Togar?
I will just look to Bungdo and in Gnomish, for my action or whatever, I will say, I think this lady's bad news. He knows Blackwell. And I would say with what you guys have learned, like Maya, you might be able to pick up bits and pieces. I try to make it in a way to where Maya could potentially understand it.
Make it simplistic enough.
Yeah, like I do it in kind of like a broken Gnomish.
Like talking to a
Easy
second
words.
grader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bungdo sighs and replies, I suppose.
All right.
I'll just glance at Maya and end my turn.
I call out to the assassin and ask why he wants to kill her.
Well,
Like, what's the reason for killing?
I think he's going turn order now.
Yeah, it's Bungdo's turn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just the polar bear.
Oh,
You know, when I
that's
took the
right.
polar bear token off.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yep.
It's an 18 if you want to put it back.
I mean, I can still see it because it's on the DM layer. That's how I know it's Bungo's turn. So, what is Bungo doing?
I'm asking the assassin his reason for killing this chick.
Indeed. And that happens. And I assume for at least a few fractions of seconds there's silence because he's not giving away his position.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll respond to both on my turn.
Okay. Silence from the top of the tower. Maya.
I'll ready cure wounds.
Okay.
How is it me again? Oh, well, I will hold my action until...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It is.
It is what?
You're good. Keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my action until, Chance, I guess. The currently unnamed person, gives an answer to,
And what action are you holding?
an action?
A reaction?
A movement?
A dash?
Okay. So, yeah. I think Lilith is, I don't know, waiting to see what the hell happens. I think at this point, Norganoff is going to... He's going to shift back to his dragon form.
Do you understand what I said?
No,
Oh,
this is just him kind of running on instinct.
gotcha.
Dargan.
Tis Dargan. Big Dargan.
Yeah.
He's almost as big as a fucking tower. Just throwing that out there.
All right, Chance, it is your turn.
Alright, I will respond aloud. Don't know Octa. And then say Blackwell hired me to do this. And then guess I will use my bonus action to re-stealth.
Just as a reminder, you were asked why Blackwell wanted you to do this.
Oh, why? I'd say to get out of a specific organization we can talk about later.
Insight check on my turn.
Okay.
Can I just make it now for convenience sake?
Sure.
Okay.
What would I? Would it be a persuasion check?
I know. Just tell me whether or not you're telling the truth.
I mean, it might be kind of a talking around the point thing because
I
he
just-
probably doesn't know.
I just want to
Huh?
know if he's I just want to know if he's doing it to get out of an organization.
That seems to ring true.
Okay, that's all I care about. So, as long as that's true, I'm okay.
Okay. And after responding, was there anything else Chance is doing?
I wanted to do that re-stealth and then move over.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So yeah, you're creeping around and you see the dragon like regrow into its full shape and everything. It seems to be kind of peering out into the woods suspiciously. Togar, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look to Norganoth and say, "Mind if I hitch a ride?" And I'll run up to him.
Yeah, seems open to it.
All right, can I climb on him?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll climb up on him and settle myself in somewhere where I can kind of hold on with my legs. And you'll see me actually pull my thunder cannon out and check it, make sure it's loaded, and then that'll end my turn.
Can
I'll
I
just-
take my... Oh, sorry.
Was it an action to climb up on there, on him?
It allowed as part of your movement.
All right, then I'll hold an action until Norganoth gets me in sight of Elf Lady.
Okay.
Can
shoot.
I...
That's
Sorry. Can I take my held action now?
Yeah,
Since
where are
he
you moving?
responded? Okay. So, I'm trying to understand where she's in the tower.
So,
Like-
yeah, she is up at the top level, which is basically 30 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
She, last you saw, ducked out of sight behind the battlements, and that's the last you saw her.
Is there a way for me to get in there from where she is?
Well, what's your running speed?
45.
You could run up the wall.
Okay. I mean, like there's like a window or a platform or something I can get in.
Yes. So, like the
Okay.
battlements that she's looking through, it seems like there's an open third level here. So yeah, basically you'd run up, skipping the first and second floors, and you'd be able to climb up and be on the third floor.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that, and
Suddenly appear next to her.
Well, I think it's worth noting that in the time these conversations were all going on, the web has kind of withered and disappeared.
Okay.
So you go up, and standing there, you see 3 zombies, all sort of staring at you. They don't seem to be making any immediate movement towards you, but they're staring. And I don't think you see the elf woman.
Okay. I mean, should I make a perception check or just I don't see her?
Make a perception check.
Oh
You
gosh.
do not see her.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a thing. Togar's on a dragon. Bungdo, what are you doing?
I suppose I'm hopping on the dragon too, if it hasn't taken off yet.
No, it hasn't yet. Okay.
Hopping on the dragon.
2 on the dragon. Gotcha. Okay. Maya, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I guess I want to start searching for her.
Okay. So I guess to paint a fuller picture of what you're looking at, the top level of the tower has a good amount of straw kind of strewn about the top of it. There are these 3 zombies all staring at you, and behind the 3 of them, you can see a like an opening in the floor that suggests a spiral staircase leads up to this level.
Okay. Is there a level above me?
No, there is only what you've bypassed by running up the tower already.
Okay. I guess I want to go to the floor down.
Okay. So just walking past the zombies then?
Yep.
Okay. You do that, and as you go to approach the stairway, 2 of them are going to kind of swing at you, basically.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, they miss.
What's
'cause
your
I said
AC?
so. 18.
Yeah, they miss.
Okay. See? Told you.
Okay. Yeah, so you bypass the 2 zombies using about probably 20 feet of movement to get to the top of the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go down?
Yep.
Okay. So downstairs, on what you gather is probably the 2nd level, you see a pile of kind of ragged-looking pillows. A small wooden crate. I think a wooden bucket. And that's about it.
Okay. Then we'll move to the next floor down.
Okay. And that'll use the last of your action, I think. But as you
Yeah,
get down there...
Like dashing. So movement.
Yeah,
and
okay.
action.
Okay. So yeah, as you get down there, you see the same empty room that you were staring into when the elven woman first answered the door. And yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything in here. Or anyone, for that
Okay.
matter.
Can I open the door?
You cannot.
Okay. Dude, I mean, do I know why?
I mean, it's behaving as though it's locked.
Okay. I mean, like, I just didn't know if it's like I couldn't reach it or something.
Yeah, no, we'll say
Okay.
you get up to the door and you attempt to open it, and again, pushing, pulling, it doesn't budge.
Okay. As a free action, can I yell against the door? She's not in here, but zombies are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the group hears that. I guess Lilith, along for the ride, is going to hop on the dragon. And we'll put Maya inside. And then it is... Yeah?
One thing I can say, as long as I was within 30 feet of her, she had something magical about her, right?
Yeah, that's pretty safe to assume.
I didn't drop concentration on my detect magic.
Okay.
So I
Um,
can essentially track where she is.
And what's the range on that? 30 feet?
Oh, yeah, as long as I'm within 30 feet.
Yeah, you're not within 30 feet.
I'm not now, but I was as of a turn ago.
To be within 30 feet, you would have had to been straight at the base of the tower, because the tower is 30 feet tall.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can gather from that she's not, like, walking amongst you invisible or anything to that effect.
Okay.
They walk among us.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, so then I think Norganoth begins to flap his huge silver wings and lift the group up over the tower. And I think when he gets up there, he sees some zombies. The same zombies that Maya warned him about. And he's going to do something about it.
I'm just going to kick back and watch him do something.
It's her too, as she's invisible.
Yeah, suddenly an ice statue appears. All right, so they need to make... No, they don't need to make saves, not for that fucking amount of damage. The 3 zombies on the roof get turned into ice sculptures and fall and shatter to pieces on the floor as Norganoth once again lets out a blast of cold breath. And so that's the thing. And Maya, you just hear this familiar sound of dragon's breath outside.
Okay.
Okay. Chance, what are you doing?
Seeing everyone else might be finally helping, I want to run back up to the tower.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll movement speed and dash up to the base, and then
Okay.
bonus action, or no, I'm still hidden. Unless running out in the open, maybe not hidden.
Probably not hidden to Lilith.
She's on the dragon with
mean-
you.
Oh, is she?
Dashing.
Yeah, everybody's on the dragon.
Oh.
But dashing isn't exactly stealthy.
But it was surprisingly quiet.
Mhm.
Noiseless, in fact.
Oh.
Is he
Don't make
within
me
30
roll it
feet of me?
I mean, if you're over the tower, then probably not.
Okay. Up until we took off, I knew where you were, though. Because I was within 30 feet.
This is true.
He knows when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake.
Nah, I just know where the hell you are.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
That I do.
Santagar.
I am Santagar.
Okay. So yeah, was there anything else?
Do you want me to re-roll the stealth?
I don't think anybody would have really noticed, so I'm okay letting it ride.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
I
it then.
definitely didn't see you.
This is true. Okay. So Togar, atop a silver dragon, what are you doing?
How high up above the tower is he flying?
Above the top of the tower, he's probably like another 20 feet.
Bucket, I'm jumping off. Landing
Okay.
for the tower.
All right. You said you're landing on the tower, or
Yeah, I'm gonna try
in
to
front of
land on the top of the tower.
Okay.
Who do you think you are, me?
I'm
So
dexterous.
go ahead and make a dex save.
All right.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, but I mean, I have this.
All right. So as you fall, and you land in a good position, but it still kind of hurts. You take 3 points of fall damage.
Can I uncanny dodge it since it's physical damage?
Not how that works.
Okay. All right. I just figured I'd see. You said
Dodge your fall.
it was 3 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. And what did that use up?
I would say that was, we'll call that movement.
All right. Do I detect anything?
In terms of magical stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still that same magical aura that seems to be exuding from the tower itself. No, I don't think there's anything else that you pick up.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action and action dash down the stairs and just keep dashing all the way down until either number 1, I detect her, or detect a new magic source other than Maya. And
I'm not a magic source.
you have
Oh,
a bag
my
of
bag
holding.
of holding is.
Yep.
Ah,
And your fists are technically magical damage, but
But they're not magical. It's
no,
just
I
magic
know,
damage.
I know. But
Okay.
It's weird.
But yeah, if I detect a
Um,
signature other than Maya and still have like an action, I want to shoot.
okay. Yeah, so you run down. Huh?
Saying shoot the wall to hit me.
There you go. Yeah, so you run down to the second floor and quick sweep. There's pillows, a bucket, a small wooden crate, but no magical signatures. You go down to the first floor, and you look around, and there's a Maya, but no magical signatures.
I'm gonna look down.
Okay, you look down, and there. First of all, there doesn't seem to be any set of stairs leading downward, or like
yeah,
you know,
I mean,
trapdoor
I'm
or
just
anything.
looking straight down, just in general, to see if maybe I can see a magical aura below. Maybe there's something hidden.
You're not picking up anything other than the tower itself.
Okay. Do I know what the magical thing for the tower was?
Let me take a quick look here.
You want me to relink it?
Relink what?
Detect magic.
Nope, don't need that.
Oh, okay. You're looking up the actual tower.
Kind of.
Okay.
I think. I think we would call this transmutation.
Transmutation. So she changed it into something else. All right. I'll say to Maya, Careful, Maya. The house is magical, and then that's it.
Okay.
I will nod.
Okay. Bungdo, you are on Dragonback above the tower. You just saw Togar jump off and run down the stairs. What are you doing?
Jump off and run down the stairs.
Make a deck save.
Oh no.
With an impressive tuck and roll maneuver, Bungdo manages to mitigate some damage. And let me. You should not be rolling that as a polar bear.
I rolled it off Bungdo's sheet.
He's just
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's just under the polar bear
Yeah, I
name.
gotcha.
It's like as
I gotcha.
polar bear. I switched to Bungo,
Gotcha.
but it's Bungdo's sheet.
Cool. Yeah, so anyway, you tuck and roll and manage to mitigate most of the damage. You take 6 points of fall damage.
Zug zug.
Okay. And you run as fast as your little gnome legs will carry you, which is basically to the top of the steps between the first and second floor. And yeah, looking around, you see, well, same stuff. Pillows, bucket, small wooden crate, and spiral staircases. Anything else?
Nah.
Maya.
Can I search around, I guess, the floor of the tower for any hidden trapdoors
Sure.
or secret walls?
Yeah,
such?
make an investigation check. Alright, so you look around, scouring the floor of this tower, and yeah, no, you don't find anything that is not as it seems, other than, you know, the door that doesn't have a lock that somehow is locked.
Pass that news on to Togar.
I know.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, that's probably my entire action.
Probably.
And my movement too, walking
Yeah.
around the room. So,
Fair enough. Okay, Lilith's on a dragon. The dragon is a dragon. I think he's gonna make a perception check though. Just look around, see if he can see anything.
I mean, Lilith will probably do that too. She's staying on the back of a dragon.
That's fair. Alright. Like that. That. So I think you hear Norganoth's booming voice saying, behind the tower, flying away.
Right.
And Chance, what are you doing?
I was able to hear that.
Oh yeah.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm running along the wall. I want to move there.
Okay.
Do I?
And make a perception check.
Uh, 22.
So yeah, just kind of disappearing almost out of sight. You can see a glowing blue hand that is open, palm up, with a naked elven woman on top of it. The wind blowing her hair in front of her face, and she is just booking it over the top of the trees.
About how far away?
This point, we'll call it. I mean, you could barely see it. You're probably looking at like. Let's see. Let me math out the stuff that she's done just to verify. Ooh, yeah. It's a miracle you can see it. Let's put it that way. She's probably a little over 500 feet away.
Oh, jeez. I guess I'm going to dash in that direction.
This seems familiar. Anyone who's in the Sunday campaign might know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yep.
I know not what you speak of.
Can rogues dash as bonus actions?
Yep.
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 You can
Alright, I
double
won't-
dash.
Yeah, I'm double dashing then, so I'm 60 feet that way total.
Well, you're probably as an action too, running, dashing, and movement.
Yeah, so 60 feet further from where I'm at.
Yeah, because he moved once around the tower, and so
Okay.
upon seeing that, it's another 2 movements. So yeah, okay. Cool. So that's a thing. And what's everyone in the tower doing? I think we can at
Okay.
least partially break out of initiative here.
Upon hearing that, I want to run up the stairs, like both sets, and draw out in whatever direction that like I see people looking, like everybody looking. And I'm gonna draw out my thunder cannon, and I have a 500-foot max range. With sharpshooter, it's just a straight roll. Is she within range?
I did say to Chance just over 500 feet.
Just over. I can't even give it a shot, can I?
I mean,
Certainly try.
You could fire aggravatedly off into the distance, but I don't think there would be any opportunity to actually hit.
Okay. And I would recognize this?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just kind of, take aim and... Damn. She got away. And I'll turn and yell out to Norganoth, can you get her?
This is an interesting question.
I'm up top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What is the flight speed of a laden dragon?
I think it's 80 feet.
I want to yell at him to lower himself down a bit, hopefully, and race up the stairs and jump on top of him.
Okay. So yeah, we can treat it as like you move up to the top to the very edge of the tower and like hold an action to hop off onto the dragon kind of thing.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess seeing her do that, can I follow that lead?
Yeah. And I assume Bungdo is trailing behind.
I mean, there's not much else to do.
Okay.
I mean, he's
So yeah.
pretty light, so.
Yeah. So everybody comes running up to the top of the tower and hops off as the dragon is down there to catch all of you. And you are off. And in response to Togar, let me double check one thing. Okay. Yeah, I think Norganoth says, I think so, but it will be a long chase.
I settled in and I'll I'll actually kind of take aim. I'll say, I might be able to slow her down if we can get closer.
Okay.
It's a little loud, but hopefully it won't be too bad.
All right.
Like, just warn me so I can cover my ears.
Okay, so we'll assume everyone in the core party then is on the dragon, flying after the flying elf.
Yes.
As Chance is running through the woods.
Do I still have a 32 stealth?
I
All I've
Christ.
done is run.
mean, nobody's really been there to see you, so sure.
Just gonna be movement and then action and bonus action dashing in that direction until I get within about 200 feet.
I could carpet bomb the forest with produce flame.
Teeny tiny carpet bombs. Okay, so yeah, again, it's a long chase.
As soon as I
Um,
get within range, I'm shooting her.
Yeah. So an amount of time goes by, and the group with the dragon is now within 500 feet. And let's get let's get, assuming that you're just going to keep firing, Togar, give me 5 attack rolls.
All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then the last 2 I'm gonna do sharpshooter. So it takes away 5 from the roll, but adds 10 to damage.
Okay.
So the
All right.
last 2 are a 12 and a 22. And
Okay.
if it's like, I don't know if I get sneak attack, but I can roll that too.
So, I don't know that you get sneak attack, but as that first hit lands, you see a spurt of blood kind of squirt out from the abdomen of this elven woman, and you see the hand begin to flicker and then fade away. You hear a scream as the elf goes careening down into the woods, and for the time being, out of sight.
How high up were we?
How high were you? Probably.
Or was she?
Um,
Because I would assume we're flying about level with her, aren't we?
Yeah, you're at least getting close. Let's see. I mean, I said she was kind of just over the tree line, so we'll say she was about 20 feet up.
Oh, okay.
There's some super short trees.
Did I,
mean,
Probably
see the
stunted.
fall?
What was that, Brown?
Did I see the fall through the canopy?
Make a perception check. Yeah, so you're running, and you don't have like a constant line on her as you're darting through the trees, but you hear this loud boom from somewhere behind you, and as you're doing your best to kind of keep your eye on your target, you do see the hand fade away and the elf begin to fall.
Alright. Just keep running toward the
Okay.
triple movement speed from all the dashing.
Okay. All right. I think I got to roll some fall damage now. Yeah.
Yep.
She falls onto a spike.
I mean, it's a bunch of nasty, gnarly, dead trees, so there is that. But
You're cute.
It's like a Mortal Kombat death spike.
all right. Yeah, you hear like the snapping of branches and things as she falls down to the ground, and yeah. So then we'll start it from Togar's turn. Because Togar just did his thing. So, I mean, people are on the dragon, and so that's a thing. You're still on the dragon. She falls, hits the ground, and she's doing what she can.
Do we end up flying over her or no?
Not yet,
Okay.
but you'll get there. Just now that we're getting kind of close again, we need to kind of observe initiative a little more.
Gotcha.
When we get over her, I want to jump off the dragon.
I'm gonna yell out, "Don't kill her!"
Okay. Cool. So as she kind of gets up, dusts herself off, and goes to continue fleeing, now on foot. It's not too long before people catch up with her. First is going to be Chance, because with triple movement speed, you're just a little bit faster than the dragon.
Jesus.
Right? I don't think she's
I
like
mean,
actively...
the dragon's also has 4 people on her
Yeah.
back, his back.
Yeah, I don't think she's actively looking for you, so make one more perception check to kind of get a beat on her as you're closing the distance and be able to see her when she can't see you. I don't think it's a hard DC, so we'll say that you see her. And you can see like little droplets of blood on the grayish soil that kind of makes up the ground here. All right, so we will say that at this point, you are within, let's call it 60 feet. What are you doing, Chance?
I want to use movement to run up and bonus action, get even closer. And I want to stab her with a dagger.
Okay. So yeah, you come running up, and
Am I still hidden?
well, she doesn't hear you coming, and she's not looking for you.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, you tried. So I think it's you come up behind her and like kind of leap at her, dagger out, trying to, knock her to the ground and kind of finish the job. And I mean, your aim is dead on, but some magical force that is encircling her just sort of drives the blade off to one side, and you are kind of blocked, thwarted for now.
Okay.
Okay. We'll say you probably have.
Math.
Yeah, math. Please hold math. Probably like, we'll say one more turn before the dragon party arrives, like kind of above. But yeah, so you do that. Dragon party is closing. As soon as the blow glances off of her back, I think the elf turns and so not even stopping fully, she's going to keep running, turn, and begin making a hand gesture towards you, kind of whispering something to herself. And
Get attack of opportunity.
You do get an attack of opportunity. Okay, so yeah, you do manage to slice into her, though probably not for as much as you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
I want to uncanny dodge if I'm able to. Or no, I opportunity attack. I can't.
All right. So Chance, you take 43 points of necrotic damage.
Well-
Ooh.
I'm down.
And with a smirk on her face, the naked elven woman continues through the woods. Now, the party with the dragon is going to probably fly over the unconscious body of the assassin. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you fly over that?
Can I jump down and give him a healing potion and then continue the chase on foot?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a dex save.
I mean, do I need to?
Or oh wait, what's
I did
what's,
say a
what's the
thing.
thing?
5 times monk levels. How much damage does
Yeah.
it do?
45? Is it less than 45?
Oh yeah, no, it's less than 45.
Okay.
So yeah, you just hop down and land nimbly and feed your new companion.
Yes.
What kind of healing potion? Regular?
Let's see what I have. It is a healing potion. So yeah.
Okay. And what's the roll on that?
2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Am I doing it or?
Whoever does it first, you do it.
Ooh.
Okay. So you have 7 hit points. You kind of awaken with this monk kind of hovering over you. You look down at your limbs, which are they've kind of visibly dried out a bit. You can see in places it seems like even some of your fur has begun to kind of clump and fall out.
Yeah.
I just say come on and continue chasing after her.
All right. So
So I'm most definitely faster than everyone on foot.
this is fair. Cool. So you all continue on in the direction that the elven woman had run, and I think those of you on foot especially are able to track her by the little bits of blood that she's kind of leaving from her few wounds that she's taken. Yeah, so I'd like everybody to go ahead and make a perception check.
You.
Woo.
I want to say, don't kill her.
Okay.
I rolled actually pretty bad.
All right. So everybody sees her. I think it's kind of hard to conceal, you know, when you've been stabbed and, you know, you're running through the woods, breathing heavily. And so before too long, you find this elven woman kind of slumped down, halfway trying to hide, but breathing too heavily to really be able to conceal herself effectively. And yeah, so you run up on her, and let's see. I think what's fair at this point, given the kind of fluid nature of this, is we'll start at the top of initiative.
But I reached her first.
You know what? You did. You did. That is fair. You did. So Maya, what are you doing?
I want to chop at her temple to try and knock her out. Not, so that she's stable, but just knock her out.
Yeah, non-lethal damage. Gotcha.
Yep.
Technically, we'll call it prone. I mean, she's sitting, so it's hard for her to dodge.
So, advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just do one more. Also, that's there, 17.
Okay. Yeah, there's kind of a shriek as you do that. It doesn't knock her out, but it certainly pisses her off.
I'll do it again.
Okay. More of the same.
I'm curious.
I will.
You go for non-lethal damage and you don't knock someone out, does it still do the damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it again. That freaking one.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of turn on a dime, seeing her slumped with her back to the direction that you all were coming from, and you just start wailing on this lady who's sitting here, back to a tree. You do not knock her out, even with all of this stuff.
I have one more.
Okay. Okay, and with that last blow, you manage to just barely knock her unconscious.
Woo!
I just think of alternating hand chops.
I mean, I can spend that key point to,
Yeah.
you know.
This is some full-on DBZ shit right here. Okay, so that happens, and then the rest of the group arrives. How's this shaken down?
Pull out some hempen rope. I want to tie her hands behind her back.
I'll tell you
Ooh.
that she's unconscious, not dead.
Is she stable?
Yes.
Okay. I will help Chance, or the cat person, warily help him tie her up. And I'll say, don't forget, she has to teach me how to do that giant hand.
I tell you to also gag her, because spells.
What was that?
Gag her also, because of spells.
So we've bound and gagged a naked elf.
Yep.
Yeah,
She is now wearing more than she was before.
that is a valid and on-point observation there, Phil.
String her up from the tree like a piñata, BDSM style.
Don't need to know what you're going to go look at after this session, all right? I did not need to know.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the cat.
Okay. Is the cat doing anything besides stringing the chick up, or is that it for now?
Do we have something to put over her eyes too, so she can't visually cast spells?
Spoken like a true rogue.
Yeah. If we have a gag, I'm sure, and rope, I'm sure we can cover her eyes.
Yeah.
I pull out my Santa hat and just jam it down over her head. Over her eyes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
I want to look at the area around us to make sure there are not dangers lurking around us that we just ran into.
Okay. Make a perception check. So that, but
Holy
with the Santa hat.
Jesus.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
She got large.
Yep.
She ain't the only one. I mean, what?
That's a 17.
Okay.
Unless for some strange reason I have advantage.
You do not have advantage. But you don't detect anything about.
Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna keep watch for that.
Okay.
The last time I questioning people is not my forte. I have
A valid point. Okay, so what's everybody else doing?
Hopping myself up against a tree with the elf constantly in sight.
Okay.
I'm
Just relaxing because I almost died.
I'm keeping him in sight.
Uh,
She doesn't have a pouch or anything on her, does she?
Let's see.
I thought she was naked.
I mean, she is naked. So yeah, I don't think you see a pouch, like a components pouch, I think is what you're going for.
Yeah.
You do not.
Huh.
I want to pull out the one stone Blackwell gave me and use it.
Okay.
Do we have a way? Don't we have a way to converse with Blackwell?
Nope.
Just with the blood werewolf?
Nope. Me and Bungdo. That's it.
Well, you're right next to each other. Very
Yep. Planning on giving
Yeah.
it to Norgnoth.
And yeah, I think because of that, as you are constantly keeping the cat person in your sights, you see him produce a sending stone and proceed to use it.
Whoa, and I'll say, whoa, who was that?
Contacting Blackwell to get us out of here.
Oh, you're good then. You want to come over here and give us a little bit more history on what the hell's going on here?
I will give him brief history explaining the organization I belong to and that just wanting to experience different things in my life, so I wanted out, and this was my mission to get out.
Are you specifically explaining which organization that is?
No, just
Okay.
that I figure Blackwell can explain it if he wants them to know.
Okay.
Through Blackwell, though?
What?
What's Blackwell's relation like to get you out of this organization? Is he in charge of it? Does he have influence over it?
He's a bit of a higher up, yeah.
What did you do in this?
Smuggled, stole, assassinated.
You ever hear of a hit on a person, a dwarf Togladar named Hogar?
Did I?
You probably would have heard about it. You tended to stay on top of things that Eamon got up to.
Fine. I'll mention I've heard of it, but I was not involved.
You know the person who was involved. I already know who it is. I'm just asking if you know them.
I'm not sure. Out of character, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think let's roll with what you and I had discussed before about, the competition that kind of sprung up between your organization and certain freelancers, one of whom being a Mandara.
Alright. I'll say, yeah, I knew who it was.
So you were in that business. Got it.
Well, I'm getting out of it with this.
I ask you if, since you want to try new things, have you ever considered becoming a monk?
Maybe.
Because I could have you join my order.
We're going to discuss more about that when we get out of here.
We shall.
And let's see what happens first. All right. So. What is happening here? Okay. Yeah. So you. Almost at the same time, you see a flash of light sort of just blast out from a point in the woods, not too far away, probably like 10 feet or so from the outside of your little group here. And at the exact same time, the elven woman that you guys have strung up hanging from a tree seems to wake up and begins like writhing around trying to get loose from all the binds and such.
Can I conk her on the head?
Jesus.
Yeah, sure. So,
Knock her out again.
Since she can't see me, is that with advantage?
yeah.
And then is anyone else within 5 feet?
I mean,
I am-
not threatening her,
Oh, no.
but she can't see you, so you have advantage, so you can use sneak attack if that's what you're going for.
I mean, I'm sure you can knock her out.
Yeah.
It's
Hit her with
she's
the-
not fighting back. It's
Smack her on the head with the pommel of the dagger.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and she goes limp. And yeah, I think through the portal steps a familiar figure to. Well, I think everyone here, including Lilith, because she was there for the meeting in Sigil. So yes, you see before you Lord Innes Blackwell, quite far from his home in the outskirts of Perrin. And he seems a bit surprised to see you as well. At least all of you except Chance. He walks through and says, "My, this is a surprise."
I'll step up to greet him and say, yes, as much so for us as it is for you.
Well, if you're here, then who's in Drake's Landing getting my book?
We were?
Bungdo
Um,
sighs. Things kind of went awry.
Well, you remember how idiotic Trogdor was?
I do. He nearly got your entire group into some unpleasant situations. Even that
Again and again.
that one instance back in my formal living room was, well, it's a good thing that things worked out as they did. Where is the brute?
Well, He-
Caius killed him. He
Yes.
sucked his soul out of his body.
he challenged Caius, which was who was controlling what's up in Drake's Landing, and we all got sucked here. And I guess I look over at Maya and Lilith. They saw it. I did not. But apparently they killed Caius.
I'll just give him a summation of what I saw and that I'm not completely confident that Caius is gone.
Well, you do seem to have accomplished something. I received news not more than a couple of hours ago that the undead have all but vanished from Drake's Landing.
Should
Well,
make
that-
finding your book a lot easier.
And he says, I thought that might have something to do with you.
Yep. Well, we like to chop the head off the, off the
Snake.
snake. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. And I think Blackwell just sort of nods and says, well, I would love to carry on this conversation, but perhaps in a more agreeable setting.
Can we bring our steed Norganath? He might need a ride home too. And I just kind of turn back and wink at Norganath.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, would Norganoth, do you think, have shifted back, or do you think he's just a
Oh.
dragon standing in the?
I think he's still a dragon. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't have said that if he was not still a dragon.
All right. Yeah, and I think Blackwell. He had acknowledged the presence of the dragon before, but kind of looks up at it with this. It's almost like he's staring straight up just because of how massive the dragon is. Says, well, I think that could be arranged. Might take some time to draw up a larger teleportation circle than normal, but I think we can make it happen.
I think he can shrink, so we should be
Right.
okay.
Yeah, and I think probably on cue, Norganoth shrinks back down to his dragonborn shape. And yeah, Blackwell says, "Oh, very well then. Give me a few minutes to create the necessary symbols, and we'll be on our way."
I chime in and ask, what about her? Could we take care of her now or later?
I was going to ask you about her too.
Okay, I think Blackwell looks over at the dangling elf woman, blindfolded, gagged, and hanging from a tree.
I was joking about that part.
Why
mean,
not hang her from a tree?
It's a thing.
Alright.
Yep.
Hmm. I think.
I will chime in and see. She said she was... Oop, go ahead.
Is Trogdor's stuff still, at her tower?
For simplicity's sake, we'll say that Norganoth scooped it up before you guys left.
Okay. Wonderful.
But yeah, I think what happens here is you watch as Blackwell walks over to the hanging elven woman, cocks his head to one side, and he extends a hand, reaching out, touching her shoulder, and you watch her begin to wither away.
Wow, I wanted to do it.
She was going to show me how to do the giant hand.
I think Blackwell turns and says to you, surely there are more qualified teachers for you than some crazed witch of the abyss. Yes?
Alright, I'm cool with that.
He turns around, snaps his fingers, and a mass of writhing black tentacles shoots up out of the ground and pulls her down, seemingly below the surface, out of sight, never to be seen again.
Huh. All right.
So, shall we?
Sure.
Right, and he proceeds to mark out a quick series of symbols along the ground. Not taking too long, about a minute. And he invites you all to come join him inside of the circle. And upon doing so, you see a familiar flash of light. And this blinding white light completely obscures your vision, and you have this brief sensation of weightlessness, as for just a split second you're between planes. And just as quickly as it happened, it's done, and you all find yourselves standing in the formal living room of one Lord Innes Blackwell. And I think that's where we'll pick it up next week.